over the past dozen or so years of being directly in this industry, it's hard to not form opinions, especially when you're surrounded by very intelligent people that know their business really well. You start to learn the way things are supposed to be, and it's real easy to start forming opinions. But at the root of it all, the code, standards, and specifications are what matters. And this is one of the first things that I try to teach young technicians is that opinion is meaningless for what we do. It's critically important that we're impartial. We're basically just a judge, and we are tasked with divining where a part or a weldment or a structure or a widget, whatever we're looking at, we're tasked with divining whether it meets the code or not. And if it meets the code, great. If it doesn't meet the code, then it's a non-conformance to that code. And that's our job. And there are times where the codes can be very complicated and there's some room for interpretation. And unfortunately, there are going to be people that are going to try to interpret it differently. And it's very important to use logic and to use integrity. And that integrity piece is critically important because there are going to be people out there that are going to have less integrity and are going to be willing to cut corners. And that's where our job is so hyper important. And one of the big things that I've seen over the years is there's this dynamic in the fabrication facilities between their quality program and their production staff. The production is looking to get the material out because that's how the facility gets paid. Yep. And oftentimes it's the quality team that are looked at as a liability because they are the roadblock to production. And so many facilities lose sight of that cost of quality. And that's where it's been enjoyable for us being on the third party side to be that outside set of eyes looking in to be able to say, nope, here's the code. This is how the code standard specifications specify that the widget needs to be built, the asset needs to be built, and we get to verify that. And so it's very enjoyable.